Skinny Hardaway Southern T, back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I greatly appreciate you sliding through. If this your first time, do your boy solid. Don't make it your last time. Hit that subscription button as well. We talk this good boxing, MMA, sports, parlays, predictions every single day, not just today. Today, we here with the weekly boxing EP. I'm going to run through 6 fights for y'all. I ain't going to waste too much of y'all time. Let's get into it. All right, this is the first of 6 fights, but this is the main event. We got Jerome Boost Ennis versus Stanionis, Mattice Stanionis. This is going to be for 147-pound unification. I think this is going to be the fight of the week. This is the main event of the week, so let's keep the main thing the main thing. I got Jerome Boost Ennis in this fight. I do think this is going to be Jerome Boost Ennis' toughest fight to date, at least on paper. I think style-wise, Stanionis actually is a bit up Jerome Boost Ennis' alley, but because he is up his alley, doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. Stanionis is a fighter. He's a bit of a brawler, technical brawler in a sense. Boots is a boxer puncher, technical boxer puncher. Stanionis, like I was saying, his style is kind of tailor-made for Boots, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. He's the kind of fighter that's going to be in front of you. You don't have to find him, which will be advantage Boots. But the thing with Stanionis is he's a very good body puncher. He has a nice level of crack in him, right? Meaning that he has a nice level of power. Not he has crack in his system, but he has a nice level of power. You know what I mean? So that's going to give Boots some problems. He's a guy that does use his jab. You know what I mean? So he doesn't just walk in on the inside. He creates, holes to get in on the inside. But getting in on the inside with Jerome Boost Ennis is not going to be an easy thing. I got Jerome Boost Ennis to win this because I think as Stanionis is trying to get on the inside, Boost is going to make him pay while closing in. And I think that, he's going to accumulate some damage in this fight. Stanionis is a guy, he bruises kind of easily, right? He's a bleeder. And I think, just the optics of the fight, that's going to be bad for him. I think he's going to take some damage trying to close the distance on Jerome. Jerome is a guy, he actually, it's actually better if you make him chase you. You make him the aggressor. If he gets to sit back and pick his shots as you're coming in, then that's exactly what Jerome Boost Ennis wants to do. And I think that's exactly what he's going to do. I'm going to call Jerome Boost Ennis. I think this fight goes over, wherever that may be. Could be a late stoppage Jerome Boost Ennis, but I'm calling Jerome Boost Ennis on the money line. I'm taking the over, possible late stop. The next fight, we got Raymond Ford versus Thomas Mattice, or Thomas Mattice. Hope I'm not butchering his name. I think this is going to be a pretty good fight. Raymond Ford is entering a new division, right? Mattice, it's a pretty tough fight to be going into your very first fight at a new division. I am taking Raymond Ford to win this. Mattice is kind of rangy, though, so I think that's going to give Raymond Ford some problems. But I think Raymond Ford's boxing ability, I'll be able to see him through this and get the win. I got Raymond Ford to win this fight. I'm thinking Raymond Ford actually wins on the points, right? I think this fight goes over as well, right? And I think you could take the distance. I don't think anybody gets stopped in this fight, right? But I got Raymond Ford points decision, what I think is going to be a bit of a technical boxing match in which Raymond Ford will be able to, land more shots on the inside. Raymond Ford for the win. We got Sugar Shane Mosley Jr. versus DeAndre Pettis. This fight was supposed to be the co-main on the Rampage Jackson and Rashad Evans boxing match. Yes, Rampage and Rashad Evans boxing match. But Rampage and Rashad Evans both pulled out of the fight due to promoter issues. They said they didn't feel like the promoter would be able to follow through on his promises, right? Maybe they didn't feel like the promoter would be able to pay them what they asked for, right? But I digress. In this fight, I'm going to take Sugar Shane Mosley Jr. I think this is going to be a boxing match. Pettis is a long-range fighter, just like Mosley. I think Mosley is going to be able to, outpoint him from, mid-range to long range. I think he's a little better on the inside as well. I like the over in this fight. Not really sure if this goes the distance, but I am sure Shane Mosley wins. I say take the over I might stay away from the TKO or whatnot, but Shane Mosley for the win and the over for the value. Next, we got the Pro Box fight card, right? We got Stephen Shaw versus Epajori. I'm going to take Shaw in this heavyweight fight, right? So I'm not expecting it to go the distance. I got Stephen Shaw, friend of the show, interview Stephen Shaw. I think Stephen Shaw wins this. I think he's the better technical boxer. I think he works Epajora a little bit and stops him like maybe the 6th or 7th round or something like that. Trayvon Marshall is on this card as well for my guy, my Trayvon Marshall people. He's going to be on this card. But Stephen Shaw for the win, knockout. I'm thinking like round 6 or 7 or something like that. But Stephen Shaw for the win. Next, we got Asanu versus Patera. This is going to be an ESPN Plus card. My best bet in this fight is it to go the distance. I'm leaning Asanu for the win. Not overly confident in it. Neither of these guys have, Asano is a little less experienced than Patera, but neither of them have the most extensive resume, right? So my most confident bet in this would be it to go the distance. I'm leaning Asano, but not overly confident in that pick, But and last but not least, we got 2-time gold medalist Cesar Cruz. He's taking on Prosovic. I'm taking Cesar Cruz in this 3-0, 3 KOs, 2 gold medals. He's probably going to knock this guy out as well. He's campaigning at Bridgerweight. I think that's the perfect division for Cesar Cruz. I think Cesar Cruz is going to be, Bridgerweight champion of the world. I think this guy right here may be the best Bridgerweight, right, that we've seen up to date. I think he's going to dominate the Bridgerweight division. Cesar Cruz. Okay. All right, and what I'm finna do now is I'm about to give you a quick rundown of the winners I picked. And then before we get up out of here, I'm going to give y'all, a nice little parlay to put in and what not to play on the road on the way out, right? So I got Boots in the first fight over Stanionis. I think it's going to be a pretty entertaining fight. I like the over in that fight. I think Boots win. Possible late KO. Boots for the win for sure. Then we got Raymond Ford, Mosley Jr., Stephen Shaw, Cesar Cruz, and we go take Asana and Patera to go the distance. So what I'm finna do now is I'm about to give y'all, my method plays and a nice little parlay to play to get y'all on up out of here, right? So go Boost Stanionis over, go Raymond Ford over, go Mosley Jr. money line, go Stephen Shaw fight to not go the distance or KO. Take Cesar De La Cruz KO, and that last fight to go the distance. Don't have odds on those fights just yet. The odds have not dropped, but I'm very confident in the outcome that I have just given you. But that's all I got for y'all. Skin Hardaway Southern T. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but just the present. That's how we rocking, and I'm out. Love.